Okay, we're going to factor some trinomials here with negative coefficients. The only trick to these is to recognize that as we're looking for two numbers that can multiply to be our last term, but add to be our middle term, that if we're trying to get a positive 8, we don't have just, for instance, positive 2 and positive 4, but we could actually have negative 2 and negative 4. So we really have two possibilities for every pair of numbers that multiply to be 8, positive 8 and positive 1, or negative 8 and negative 1. So as we're looking for numbers that multiply to be positive 8 and add to be negative 6, we can see here that negative 2 and negative 4 are probably our correct terms. Negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8, but those two add up to be negative 6. So that would give us x minus 2 times x minus 4, and those two terms multiplied out, x times x is x squared, x times negative 4 is negative 4x, negative 2 times x is negative 2x, and those two combine to be negative 6x, and then negative 2 times negative 4 is our positive 8. So yeah, this factors as x minus 2 times x minus 4. Here's another example of a quadratic expression with a negative coefficient. Again, our middle term is negative here, so we're still looking for two numbers, in this case, that multiply to be positive 16 and add to be negative 17. So the factors of 16 could be 8 and 2, positive and positive, or negative and negative. Could be 4 and 4, again, positive, positive, or negative, negative. Could be 16 and 1, positive, positive, negative, negative. And it looks like that's probably it right there, because 1 times 16 is 16, and if we did negative times negative, we'd still get a positive 16, but negative 1 and negative 16 add to be negative 17. So that would look like x minus 16 times x minus 1, and we'd get x squared minus 16x minus 1 more x, that's 17x, minus 16 times negative 1, positive 16. So yep, x minus 16 times x minus 1 is the correct factoring. We've been going through these pretty fast, so it looks like we have time for one more example again. So we'll do example C, x squared plus 2x minus 15. Now the difference here is the last term has the negative coefficient. So now, instead of having two numbers with the same signs that multiply to be our last term, we need to have opposite signs. So we could have, say, 15 and 1, but we'd have to have positive 15, negative 1, or negative 15, positive 1. Neither of those combinations add up to 2. We could have 5 and 3. We could have negative 5, oops, I'm sorry, well, doesn't matter, positive 5 and negative 3, or negative 5 and positive 3, as long as the signs are different. If we had negative 5, positive 3, we'd have negative 2. If we had positive 5 and negative 3, that would add up to be positive 2. So that's probably our combination there. That would give us x plus 5 times x minus 3. We'd have x squared plus 5x minus 3x, there's our 2x, minus 15. So yeah, that works. X plus 5 times x minus 3.